If there's a hint of a breeze, you try and drive it. Otherwise, really, you've got to worry about that pot bunker. It's between 230 and 250 yards. But as I first said, do not go right.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Pebble Beach Golf Links just south of Monterey, live final round coverage of the Tiburon Championship. It is the great challenge that all these golfers face, trying to string 4 solid rounds together, trying to best Mother Nature and this course, and trying to beat the entire field as we check the leaderboard. Our leader is indeed our featured golfer. It has been a textbook performance to this point. We head out to the course as we pick up the action on the tee at the par 4 fourth. Really took a lot on with that drive, but this is going to wind up in the bunker. Now, going to have to try and get this out and let it run. And that will work its way just off the green and set up a shot from the fringe. Not quite on line, and that'll drift a couple feet by. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4, and he'll remain well in control of this tournament. So here we are, Frank, the 5th hole, the first of the 4 par 3s at Pebble Beach. It doesn't get all the love that some of the others do, but this one has the players' attention. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, it certainly does, Rich. Everybody wants to take a picture, down by the 7th, 17th hole, famous par 3. Remember, Jack Nicklaus's one on, but believe me, I think this hole is every bit as tough as 17.
Okay, safely aboard. This one measures out to 15 feet. Oh, how about it? A beauty there. It is in for a birdie. That's going to move him to 24 under par. Well, now Pebble Beach begins to really open up with some of the most famous holes in the world. We'll begin with a 498-yard par 5 6th. Pacific Ocean on the right and a row of bunkers on the left. Treacherous is a word that comes to mind. Well, that's going to make getting to this green into a tall order as that tee shot into the bunker. EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Pebble Beach Golf Links just south of Monterey, live final round coverage of the Tiburon Championship. Well, we have already seen 3 scintillating, sometimes spectacular rounds of golf. By the time twilight comes calling later today, we will have a champion as we check the Sunday leaderboard. Time to head out to the course as we pick things up on the tee at the long par 5 sixth. Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
Wonderful tee shot here. Biggest challenge is you cannot see the pin sitting on the green. Gonna have to pick out a point along the edge of the cliffs to get the ball on line.
Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there, and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. Doesn't look like a lot of movement to this one. It's for eagle. That's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb. Tee at number 7, and Frank, this is the shortest hole in championship golf. It is also one of the most beautiful holes in championship golf.
Yeah, it certainly is, and people assume that short is easy, but just look how small that target is.
Okay, not taking any chances there. A good, safe play in the middle portion of the green. Now this for birdie.
Not much up or downhill here, so speed not a consideration. All that needs to be looked at is the movement from left to right.
Oh, yes, indeed. The line there, perfect. It is in for a birdie. And that's going to move him to 27 under par. Now to one of the most picturesque par 4s in the world, the 8th hole here at Pebble Beach. Jack Nicklaus, who won the U.S. Open here, called it simply the greatest second shot to a par 4 anywhere in the world. Nice here. That is well left.
So it's official. Will not hit every fairway today. First fairway missed in the rough. Let's see what they can do from here.
From the rough, we check in with Noda.
Ball sitting in the heavy stuff to the left of the fairway. Got a couple options. Most likely going to have to play out left of the green. Going to be difficult to get the ball on the surface. Another option is to consider a layup.
Oh, he's come out of the gates today beautifully, and there is another chance.
He's been automatic on this front side. This for birdie. Okay, right on line. That's a birdie here at the 8th. He moves to 28 under par. 2019 U.S. Open number 9 was the hardest hole on the golf course. Frank, give yourself certainly a good crack at 4 by hitting the fairway.
And that's all you wanted to do in 2019. It's fine to say all too, but having to hit the left side of this fairway just to keep it in play, and then once again hit into, I know we say this a lot here, but a very narrow green and a very small green, but this time with a long club.
I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect and a good result as well. From the fairway, Noda, this is second.
He's looking at 106 yards to the front, 118 to the hole, coming off a birdie on the previous, looking for 2 in a row. Gap wedge just a touch offline. It's going to miss left.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. Everything is coming up. Rose's 4-hour leader. How about this? Holding it from off the green to extend that lead. Hope you're enjoying this little stroll along Carmel Bay, and the golf is as good as the view. This 10th hole is 444 yards. I would tell you that it is the widest fairway at Pebble Beach. It is, but it doesn't feel that way because of the way it slopes left to right. And if you're not careful, this one can get away from you and head toward that Pacific. Everything flowing really well right now. Coming off 3 birdies in a row. Here's another solid tee shot as well. Now from just under 100 yards, he'll stare down his second. So that's in for par to start this backside. And pars are fine at this point with this tournament well in hand.
Well, this is where Pebble Beach changes significantly. We're going away from the Pacific Ocean now, up the hill toward the forest. Frank, what do you think of the 11th hole?
Well, it's tricky, Rich. Number one, because it's blind, as you've detailed, but uphill and it's sea level, so that tee shot's not going to go that far. There is a run out down that left side, just inside the tree line there. That's about 308 yards, but you're not going to go that far. So really, you have to respect this hole. Just hit a fairway fine. Well, it's in the first cut. We know you can't spin the ball as much from the first cut. Still lying okay.
Okay, not too bad there. Now this for another birdie. Oh, that just skirts the outside edge. That's a tough break. So that brushed in for par here at 11. He'll stay at 29 under. And now we arrive at the 202-yard par 3 12. Best to work the ball right to left, landing as softly as possible on one of the firmest greens at Pebble Beach. That one safely on the putting surface.
11 feet away.
The pace absolutely perfect there. Down the slope. It's in for a birdie. And stop the presses if you've heard this before. He's well on his way to yet another victory on the year.
Frank, the 13th hole doesn't get as much fanfare as some of the more picturesque par 4s here at Pebble Beach. Just curious, what do you think of this 13th hole?
I think it's a good hole, Rich, because it rewards you. You can certainly make three here. I remember when Tony Jacklin actually made an eagle hit, but it's very easy to mess up, purely because they added those three bunkers in on the right side that start at 260 yards and finish at just over 290 yards. What that has done to this hole is actually shrunk the fairway to just 35 yards wide. Once again, another great tee shot. I'm starting to wonder how low can you go? And the driving has been simply superb.
From well down the fairway, this a bit of a tricky distance for his second. And that's pretty pedestrian there as that winds up toward the back of the green. Chance now for another birdie. Okay, I'd call that an acceptable effort from that range. Okay, safely in for par here at 13, and he'll remain 30 under par. Well, in the world of professional golf, there are very few legitimate three-shot par 5s left. This 582-yard par 5 14th at Pebble Beach is one of those holes. It is all you want. So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got to weigh a little bit on that tee ball. Okay, pretty good shot right there. Didn't quite release all the way out after landing in the fairway, but still, chance for an up and down birdie at this par 5. Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. Just 5 feet left. Okay, good putt. And a par here at 14. And he'll remain right where he is.
Here at the 15th, a good drive, Frank, would be right down the middle. A bad drive would be on 17-mile drive. As scenic as it is, it's not where you want to be, is it? It's out of bounds.
Well, you can't afford to go right. You can't afford to pay for that real estate on the right either. So, yeah, anything down there. And fortunately, it's a downhill tee shot. I know there's sort of 4 bunkers really down the left side, but really it's the pop bunker that has to be avoided.
And that one gonna be into the bunker off the tee. A little bit of green to work with here as he'll try to get it out and let it run. Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Now this for another birdie. Yes, never in doubt. It's a birdie here at 15. And this is no longer a contest, folks. This one is all over but the shout. We now begin one of the most beautiful stretches of finishing holes all of golf. The march to the sea at Pebble Beach, starting with a 400-yard par 4 16th. Key here, carry the island bunker. Well, that's down there pretty far, but it's going to wind up in the bunker. And that is way down there, but it's going to wind up in the bunker. And this not a distance you practice all that often with your bunker shots. Distance control a factor there. That is out of the sand, but right into the rough. And that's not exactly ideal. Far from a tap-in for his par.
You're being too kind. That's not at all ideal.
Okay, in for a bogey at 16. But fortunately, this one still well in hand.
Well, here we are, 17th hole, and this is where you can make your mark on the sport. Frank, so much history at this par 3.
It's just a great hole too, Rich. You know, that hourglass-shaped green on the angle. But you're right when you talk about history. You go back to 1972, and this hole played into the breeze. It was a one-iron for Jack Nicklaus. Said one of the greatest shots he ever hit. Actually hit the flagstick, nearly went in. And, of course, one of my favorites is 1982. Tom Watson had missed this green to the left, and the late Bruce Edwards was his caddy, and they were looking for options because they were in such a perilous situation with the US Open on the line. And Watson said, well, what about if I just hole it? And if you look really closely at the footage, as Watson starts to run across the green, he's pointing his finger back at Bruce and saying, I told you so. And then just a few years ago, too, Gary Woodland, he had to chip it on this green and made 3.
Yes, the speed, spot on. It's a late birdie here at 17. And this one was over a while ago. This is just a walk in the park now. Well, here we are now at arguably the greatest finishing hole in golf. 536-yard par 5. Pacific Ocean, massive fairway bunker stretching more than 100 yards on the left, and cypress trees. Just a few of the things you need to contend with. Some big drives today. That might be the biggest of the bunch. Now, from way down there, a good look at a second 2 to par 5. What a good shot that is. Home and 2 on the par 5. Remember, made eagle earlier in the round, Frank? Now maybe a chance for a second.
I know we can't call it a double eagle, but talk about aggression in these par 5s. Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
Okay, it's a nice finish, a birdie at 18. And this is going to be a final round score of 62. What a way to wrap things up. Frank, you understand it. You've called golf along the shores of the Monterey Peninsula for a long time. It's one thing to win a tournament. It is another to do it right here at one of the really special places in the game.
Some say it's America's St. Andrews, but Pebble Beach, yeah, the list of champions too here is great. But, the scenery, it just matches that list of champions. What a great win.
So that's a wrap for all of us at EA Sports PGA Tour. Thanks for coming along. We'll see you next time on the road to the Masters.
This week, the eyes of the golfing world turn to Rochester, New York. But who will those eyes focus on? Will they seize upon one of the sports greats, looking to add another major title to their coffers? Will it be a week for a journeyman, trying to put it all together for that one shining moment? Or could it be time for one of the young upstarts to stand tall and claim a first title? It'll all unfold here at Oak Hill and the PGA Championship.
EA Sports and the Professional Golfers Association of America proudly present golf's second major of the year. Today, from Oak Hill Country Club in upstate New York, it's live opening round coverage of the PGA Championship. This is going to be a compelling 4 days of golf. A lot of storylines to follow as we move through the weekend, and we take a look at the leaderboard here in round one. The leader is the former UNLV running rebel Kurt Kitayama. He's at 1 under as the AM pairings are just getting started. Meanwhile, our featured golfer ready to begin the challenge of taking home the Wanamaker Trophy.
First swing of the day, not quite on the fairway. First cut, shouldn't be a problem.
So now from that first cut, his second to the par 4. I think he'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
Safely in. It's a par here at first, and he'll stay at level par. The second hole here at Oak Hill is known as Breather, but don't be fooled by the moniker. This one has some teeth. At 405 yards, it is not overly long, but a tee shot here needs to be precise because the fairway is narrow and lined with bunkers on both sides. Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony and a great result in the fairway. So a big drive and not much needed to carry here for his second. Okay, sensible play right there, and that one on deck. Yes, plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. The third here is a long par 3 at 230 yards. It's protected by 2 bunkers left and 2 more short and right. But the biggest concern here is making sure you get enough carry over an aggressive false front, because just about anything that lands in the front third of the green won't be staying there for too long. He didn't like that one from the start, and this one's going to wander into the rough right of the green. Well, those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Ooh, that's got a little bit more movement than you think, and that'll slide on by. In for a bogey here at the third. And that's going to move him back down to even par. On to the fourth now, the only par 5 on this opening 9, and at 615 yards, the longest on the course. It is a stout task. Bunkers and out of bounds loom on the right side of the fairway, with trees running along the left. Second shot forthcoming here. And you know, one of the special traditions of the PGA Championship every year, the so-called Team of 20. Those are the 20 PGA Club pros who have earned invitations to play in the championship. It is a well-earned reward for all the hard work they do behind the scenes. And let me tell you, these guys can play a little bit too. We've seen a number of them make the cut the last few years. So, hats off. And thank you to all of the hard-working men and women helping to grow the game we all love so much.
Impressive to get the power on that second shot into the par 5 and comfortably get it up here by the green. I know it's in that greenside bunker, but that is very doable.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Yeah, that's a well-played hole. It's a birdie here at 4. And he'll get into red figures at 1 under, just a shot off the lead. The 5th hole here at Oak Hill is entirely new as of a recent renovation. Inspired by the original 6th hole, it checks in at an even 180 yards. 4 bunkers in total ring this plateaued green. If your tee shot doesn't wind up on the putting surface, par becomes a risky proposition at best. Stuck the follow-through right there. This could be really good.
All right, you don't have to catch it on the middle of the face every time. That's on the middle of the dance floor, and a birdie putt coming up. Right by the hole. The longer putts, you don't mind as much. The short ones, they tend to sting. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5. And he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. Now to the 6th, which in fact was the old 5th hole here in years gone by. It's a long par 4 at a full 500 yards. Allen's Creek, which we saw on hole 1, makes an appearance here as well. This is the number 1 handicap hole, so par is a very good score.
Now, it's in the first cut. There's always a little bit more grass around the ball that has to be factored in.
Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
143 yards left to the hole. Pin sitting in the back left portion of the green.
That's a good shot, and more importantly, too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
This is a 13-footer. You betcha. What a roll there. That is in for a birdie. The seventh now is a par 4 at 460 yards. Allen's Creek runs up the right side of the hole before darting directly across the fairway. The approach is a tough one, too. Uphill to one of the more challenging greens on the entire golf course. And all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. From an ideal location, middle of the fairway, this is second.
That's not too bad. Good shot. Inside 20 feet, I would imagine. So a good chance, really outside chance for birdie.
He was about ready to walk that in. That looked on target the whole way. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he'll stay at 2 under. The 8th hole checks in at 430 yards. After dealing with narrow landing zones on the previous 2 holes, players here no doubt appreciate a large driving area here at 8. 3 deep greenside bunkers guard against a very large green that can yield a 3-putt if the approach is not accurate. I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect, and a good result as well. So after that bomb of a drive, this is second to the par 4. Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance. This from 7 feet. Frank, that is painful.
I mean, all you got to do, just hit it. Just hit it.
major title to their coffers? Will it be a week for a journeyman, trying to put it all together for that one shining moment? Or could it be time for one of the young upstarts to stand tall and claim a first title? It'll all unfold here at Oak Hill and the PGA Championship.
EA Sports, in conjunction with the Professional Golfers Association of America, so proudly presents the second major of the year. Today, it's opening round coverage of the PGA Championship. This promises to be a fun 4 days, a lot of storylines to get to as we check out the early leaderboard. A number of folks in contention, including our leader. The 8th hole checks in at 430 yards. After dealing with narrow landing zones on the previous 2 holes, players here no doubt appreciate a large driving area here at 8. 3 deep greenside bunkers guard against a very large green that can yield a 3-putt if the approach is not accurate. Time to get out to the action as we look into what's happening on the tee at the par 4 8th hole.
Well, that one's finished in the first cut. It's going to be a little bit harder to spin it from there with a little bit of grass around the ball, but still not too bad.
All right, so just a step or two into that first cut. Here's his second to the par 4. Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
Yes. The touch, excellent there from behind the green, and that one goes down for an unlikely birdie. The final hole on Oak Hill's front side is this one, the 480-yard 9th. This is a demanding uphill dog-leg right featuring a fairway that gets narrower the farther a tee shot travels. Players will want to avoid going right, as a tee shot in that direction could lead to being blocked out by trees, or worse yet, wind up out of bounds.
Nope, that wasn't the right line, and he'll pay the price as this ball going to run off the fairway and into the bunker. So this is second now, trying to get this out cleanly.
After the tee shot finds that beautifully positioned bunker, I know the bunker shot didn't quite get on the green, but you can still make a very solid par.
Now a 7-footer.
Okay, good putt there for his par here at the 9th. And that is going to finish off a 3-under front side as they go out in 32. We begin the back 9 here at Oak Hill with a 430-yard par 4-10. This hole runs somewhat parallel to the first, so that means Allen's Creek is once again an issue, as indeed it crosses the 10th fairway at right about the 300-yard mark. Oh, that's going to need to slow down. Oh, that is an uncharacteristic mistake in what has been a round full of precision. That ball offline, off the tee, and into the water. So the drop taken, and now he'll try to find some way to fashion an up and down from where he is and still get out of here with a par. Nope. Okay, that one in for a bogey here at 10. And that's going to drop him to 2 under. Now to the longest par 3 of the course, the 245-yard 11th. It is said that 2,000 tons of sand were used during renovation of Oak Hill, and plenty of it wound up right here, as large bunkers protect a green that's been raised nearly a foot from its prior location. And I think that may have surprised him. That carried much further than he anticipated.
Well, obviously that's not his best, but it'll be quickly forgotten, Frank, if he's able to get out of here with his par.
Well, you might forget it. I won't. Far from his best.
Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11, and he'll stay right where he is. The par 4 12th is a visually intimidating one. It's not long by most standards at an even 400 yards, but 2 bunkers have been added in the landing area off the tee, so precision is a key. So after the big drive, this, a short approach to the par 4. Gonna have to accelerate through the sand here to give this enough carry. Okay, not bad out of the sand, and that's what will remain, trying to grind out a par. That slides by to the right. Just never had that on target.
This week, the eyes of the golfing world turn to Rochester, New York. But who will those eyes focus on? Will they seize upon one of the sports greats, looking to add another major title to their coffers? Will it be a week for a journeyman, trying to put it all together for that one shining moment? Or could it be time for one of the young upstarts to stand tall and claim a first title? It'll all unfold here at Oak Hill and the PGA Championship.
EA Sports and the Professional Golfers Association of America proudly present golf's second major of the year. Today, from Oak Hill Country Club in upstate New York, it's live opening round coverage of the PGA Championship. We've got a full field ready to get rolling on this Thursday as we get a look at the early leaderboard. Some good names up there, including our leader. Time to head out to the course as we pick things up. Maybe some frustrations taken out there after that last hole. That was a big swing, and it is going to be a big result. Little bit of an awkward distance for this, his second. Okay, that's acceptable there.
This is an 11-foot putt.
Hang on. That's got to leave about 3 feet. That one safely in, and it's a par here at 12. And he'll remain right where he is. Now to the 13th, the second par 5 on the course. This one known as the Hill of Fame. This is another of the holes that has been redesigned in recent years and features a brand new green that's faithful to designer Donald Ross's original vision. A plaque dedicated to him on the course features his quote, "Golf should be a pleasure, not a penance." And indeed, a couple of pleasing shots here could lead to a birdie.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
That second shot here to the par 5, Frank, got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
Okay, a little left to do, but safely on the green.
15 feet away.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Yeah, came out of that one quickly. That was never a moment. Okay, that one finished off. It is a bogey here at unlucky number 13. And he'll fall back to 1 under par. We turn southward as we arrive at the 320-yard par 4 14. This one's known as Bunker Hill, and for good reason. A total of 6 bunkers needing to be navigated from tee to green. This is maybe the biggest risk-reward hole on the entire course. No laying up with that swing. This is all or nothing.
Bogey at the last and found the rough here. It's going to be a little bit of a shock on the momentum because it's going in the wrong direction.
A dead-on look here for birdie. That's how you play this 14th hole. That's in for birdie.
reshaped to fit the look and feel of the original Donald Ross design is this gem, the par 3 15. Even with a short iron in hand, this is an intimidating tee shot as players will need to locate this plateaued postage stamp green or suffer the consequences. That one going to wind up smack dab in the middle of the green.
No gimme here. Tricky one for birdie.
A good opportunity lost there.
So you can see, definitely not a gimme there.
Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And he'll stay right where he is. The final three-hole stretch here at Oak Hill's East Course begins with the 460-yard par 4 16. It's been opened up recently with trees removed down the right side, but in their place, a couple of bunkers that need to be avoided at all costs.
That is poetry in motion right there. What a golf swing, and a big drive as well.
So from right around 80 yards or so, this is second.
Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch.
Okay, didn't want to let that one get away. It is a par here at 16, and he'll remain right where he is. Up next comes a test in the par 4 17th hole at 500 yards. This is a par 5 for the members, but for the pros, it's a long par 4. Tee shots here need to favor the right side because anything left can run right through the fairway and take away any hopes of reaching the green in regulation.
Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
Second shot coming up. Let's bring in Iona Stephen.
It's 138 yards to the flag. Wind into the face, so you'll definitely need to account for that.
And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt.
No problems there. That's par here at 17. And he'll stay right where he is. The 18th hole here at Oak Hill's East Course is everything you want in a finishing hole. A par 4 at 490 yards. It's a gentle dogleg right with 3 bunkers added to give those trying to cut the corner something to think about. From there, it's a classic finishing approach shot to a green protected by 4 bunkers and watched over by the classic Tudor clubhouse above.
Ooh, some big drives today. That might be the biggest of the bunch.
Front left hole location here as we await his second to the par 4.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
This from about 10 feet.
Yeah, it's a birdie at the last. This will be an opening round 67 on the scorecard. Well done. One last look at the leaderboard, Frank. Our featured golfer down, but not out after day 1.
Yeah, they might have to take the standing 8, though, or hit the reset button. This can easily go the wrong way very quickly. Tomorrow, important round.
So that's a wrap for all of us at EA Sports PGA Tour. Thanks for coming along. We'll see you next time on the road to the Masters.
you.